Hold on 1 second. Trying to get people on here. Um, Let me know where you guys are at, where you guys are located. We can chat it up here and talk about this week's coming up football games. NFL last week didn't do so good. Trying to remember the couple of games that we had. We had the Bills and the Colts. My prediction, me and Sos were on here. Big Sos, he'll be joining me here momentarily. But I predicted that the Buffalo Bills were going to win, and they did. They won. Buffalo Bills won. Also predicted that the I predict the Rams were going to lose, man. They freaking and they won. I mean, I'm not surprised they won, but I didn't pick them to win. I ain't gonna front. Man, that's supposed to be my team. Too bad. Oh well. Seattle sucks balls. I guess. I don't know. They didn't come to play. This Big Sos, he got his Dodger hat on right there. He used to wear an Angels hat. Now he wears a Dodgers hat. I don't know. Back in the day. Now he's gone. So where's everybody at, man? You guys out there? Just, on here talking some nonsense on a Friday night during this COVID era of being locked in, not having, I mean, where can you go? I think they have, I know here in the LA area, they got drive-in theaters that are open. I haven't been to a drive-in in, man, I ain't gonna front. I haven't been to a drive-in theater in, 30-something years. I think the last time I went to a drive-in theater, I remember going with my mom and my dad, and we saw Richard Pryor live in concert and Cheech and Chong. I don't remember which one. I want to say it was Up in Smoke, but I'm not gonna. Whatever one was around during the time. I don't remember either Richard Pryor. I don't know if it was live in concert or live on the Sunset Strip. I don't know which one it was, but I remember seeing that at the movie. I remember his voice. I remember being in the car and you used to have to put that little green speaker thing on your window and turn it on, and it sounded like crap sometimes. But I guess you do it now at the drive-in theaters. You use your car stereo. I haven't been there. Big Sos been there, right? You have your mic on. Your mic's not on, or maybe it is, and I can't hear you. There it is.
Can you hear me now? Yo.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you on my. But I was saying that I haven't been to a drive-in. You said you went, right?
Yeah. Before you were like old school, you had to connect that little, speaker, and you had to turn it on and all that, and it sounded all corrupted and all that. And now you just you connected to your antenna, right? Before, that's how you did.
Before you, that's right. There was one with the antenna, but there's also one where
it was like a speaker box, right? Like
a little speaker box that you hung on your window.
Yeah, you had to bang it a few times. Like shit, not working. So
yeah, it was crap. It was hanging up front, man. It was crappy.
The cool thing now is that you use it through the radio, but now you get a dead battery after the freaking movie's over. So you got to ask somebody for a jump.
If you're that's right. If you use your battery, then you're gonna.
And the good thing is that when you're there, the drive-in staff, they have they have a sign there. If your battery dies, we'll help you get a jump. So you don't. All right, cool. What if you just drain?
I mean, they're the ones making money.
Yeah, right.
I mean, ain't like you know what I mean? Like everybody's trying to find a way to make money nowadays. So, but that's cool that you got to go. I haven't been fortunate to go to a drive. I've been wanting to go, and I know there's several.
You should just walk around with one of those battery chargers and just charge people if they need to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, have one of those. Well, everybody should have one of those. They're pretty cheap now.
They're
not expensive as they used to be. You just plug them in, I mean, you just hook them up to your the jumper cable. It has a
Yeah.
jumper cable.
Turn it on, and that's it. You're good to go.
Dude, fucking technology. I have this. I have this stock that I've invested in that I bought a couple shares not too long like last year, and they just bought a company called Wave. And what Wave does is they put these little freaking like manhole kind. Looks like a manhole cover. They already put them in Long
Yeah.
Beach, bro. They already have them in Long Beach. They have them in Antelope Valley. They have them in different places. And they put this like it's like a size of a manhole. And when the bus comes over it, it charges the battery of the
No.
bus of the bus. Yeah. So this company that I bought stock in just bought that company. So I'm hoping this sucker goes up. I mean, I'm hoping that technology takes off and they put it all over but they can't do it for cars because like how would you do it for cars unless you just do it in parking spaces? Because you can't do it on the street because if you're on the street, it's only how many manhole covers how many manhole covers are you gonna put? You know what I mean? You'd have to
Yeah,
have
exactly.
the whole street
Yeah.
would have to be made out of that to be charging everybody at the
Yeah.
same time. But this one works when the bus comes over it, it sits there for 15 minutes and it'll fully charge a bus or charge a bus enough. It'll charge a bus in 15 minutes, it can get to about 60, 70%. So now it could go all day because all it has to do is sit there for 15 minutes, get another 60, 70% charge and keep going.
Keep going. Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm hoping that technology takes off because that'd be some good money, man. That'll come in handy until we get another stimulus.
If you could do, if you could do the cars, you know, if you could do the cars and like let know where you park your car, you know, like if you go to a store and you park your car, you know.
Yeah, no, yeah.
If you could do it like that, then
yeah, because it kind of broke up, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, if they do it in parking spots, that's what I'm saying. So instead of plugging in, because they have to put all these damn plug-ins everywhere to power your car up, if you just put those plates, if you just put those plates and make cars with a plate on it or whatever it has on it, it's kind of like you know those cell phone chargers that are wireless where you just put your phone on top of it.
You just put your phone on top.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. So
see, I don't see why you couldn't do that. You could do that in a lot of places, man. And
you go on a little road trip with your girl. You're like, man, you pull over, have a little quickie, you know, charge your car up while you're doing it. Do a little 15-minute or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it.
And I could get romantic in the car and leave the radio on because I don't have to worry about it dying because I got me a charger.
Hey, 15 minutes, probably do like 3 times. Do it like 3-4 times.
Oh, shit. I have to eat between one of those times, dog.
Oh, dude. When you're young, man, you could go all day and night. Man, when you get older,
now you got 15 minutes. You got to take a nap between one of those.
I'll be honest with you. I used to be the person who used to think, man, what kind of fool only does it once, man? Like, you know, what kind of when you're young, like I used to think, like, man, I'm never gonna get old enough where once is enough or whatever, right? And now I'm at a point where, like, shit, once every week is enough. Nah, I'm just kidding. Not like that. Not that bad, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired as hell.
You feel like you did that boot camp training shit after like
some Tae and shit. I'm like, my hamstrings start cramping up. It's like, what the like? You get older before.
When did this shit turn into P90X?
Before we make love, I gotta do dynamic stretching in my room. I don't even do static stretching. I do dynamic stretching. I start doing all those start swinging my legs to my hands.
Yeah. You gotta do like soccer drills and shit.
No, do the one like that little dynamic stretch where you take 2 steps and then you stick your leg out and then you act like you're cleaning your leg, like you're cleaning it.
Yeah.
I'm doing that in the bedroom. My wife's like wondering what the hell am I doing? I'm like,
what are you doing?
I go, I'm not gonna pull something tonight.
Like you want it, right? You want it good, right? Well, I gotta get 20 minutes before I start.
I don't want to be on the injured reserve for next week.
Yeah.
Then you start calling the neighbor. I don't want to, the neighbor. I wonder how that started. You know, like people always say that, like, oh man, the neighbor will come through. Like, where did that come from?
Just chatting it up with the neighbor, bro. Not stretching.
It probably happened too many times in
You
history.
you should have stretched. The neighbor stretched. So you should have stretched.
Hey, but so I was looking at the NFL picks from last week, man, and I think we went like 50%, something like that.
Something like that.
I'm gonna pull it up right now, and I know I look, man. I'm not gonna go back. I didn't want to go back and watch an hour and a half video to see our picks. I guess I could have skimmed through it, but just trust me. Trust me. Okay. So the Indy Buffalo game, we both picked Buffalo. I think you took the under. You took the under. I took the under. We both took the under. The homie that comes on. What I forgot I know his last name is Reyes. He said that he picked the over, but we both were wrong because it was a push. 51 points was what you call it. We both took Seattle. I know one of the people watching, the young lady, I can't remember her name. She's a Seattle fan, so I know she was bummed out. I'm happy the Rams won. They won by 10, and they were up by 17 at one point.
Yeah, they won by 10. So that was a shocker,
That was an upset because I don't think many people picked the Rams to win that game.
No,
and especially without a quarterback or the uncertainty of the quarterback.
Well, I think he was going to be the backup the whole game.
But Seattle looked like crap, dude. Like Seattle looked crap. Their defense looked crappy.
Yeah.
And you called it Jamal Adams. You said he can't cover nobody. That's what they were going after.
That's who exactly they went.
Cooper Kupp was burning his ass.
Mm-hmm. And look at when Woods caught that last touchdown wide open, and he was in the slot.
Yeah.
Jamal Adams.
But you know what I know? Jamal Adams did he blitz a lot? I didn't even notice if he was blitzing too much.
He couldn't, man. He had to help with the run. They were running all over them.
Yeah, I know he got hurt.
But they were running the Rams run game like we talked about. If the Rams, we picked Seattle, but we said if the Rams get the run game going, they're going to win that game. And they got the run game going for over 200 yards rushing.
Yeah, that rookie ain't playing around, dude.
Yeah. Akers is good. We said Akers was going to be good, and we knew Akers was good in college when he was at Florida State.
Yep.
And then when the Rams drafted him, I didn't know where he went. I remember you telling me that the Rams got Akers, and I'm like, oh man, you guys came up on that one. Rams came up on that one.
Yeah, he was kind of like he was one of those dudes that he was good, but the fact that he was on a crappy team hurt him.
Yeah.
They said he could have been a first round pick had he been
on a good team.
Yeah, on a decent team.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean but we got that one wrong. So 1 for 1, and then Tampa Bay, Washington. I took Washington, I think.
Yeah, you took Washington. I took Tampa, but the game was closer than we thought.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know Alex Smith was not playing. But you know what? That dude, Heineke, he didn't play too bad, man.
Hey, you know what? That either what is it? Let's say, is it Heineke played good or Tampa's D just sucked? I mean, which one? No.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that Tampa's D sucked because there was times when they were like they had him and he got away, dude. Like on the defense, like they had him surrounded and he would just find a little gap, squeeze through there, like using his footwork, and then take off and get the first. Yeah. I mean, you can't do. I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks that do that. You can't play defensive linemen. They're there, dude. That's the coverage. The coverage is good. The D line is good. They got him surrounded. I mean, yeah, they didn't finish the job. I guess you could say that, but
yeah.
But I mean, not any quarterback will get away from that. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, you're right.
Like Phillip Rivers would have been sacked. If Goff would have been sacked.
Yeah, probably. You're right. But he was more mobile than I thought. Yeah. I think he was more mobile than I thought.
What's interesting is that you have these Echo, shut up. You have these quarterbacks like Heineke, and you have Wolford, and they all played in these other leagues, and then they got some experience playing, maybe not NFL ball, but playing some kind of
professional type of football, and you can see that they come to the league, and it's not like they're coming in like crappy anymore. Like like back in the day, man, you'd have a quarterback, the backup dude coming in, and he's horrible, and you're like, oh, we're screwed, man.
Like the Arizona Cardinal guy. That guy came in and was just terrible, bro. Just
but then
stunk it.
Didn't he play in another league, or he didn't?
He won the Grey Cup.
Oh, in Canada.
In Canada, he did the whole Fitzpatrick. When he had the beard, the dress like he did that in Canada. That was their type of Fitzpatrick, and then came over here and just stunk it up. Like that. Like when he threw that interception against the Rams and they ran it back for a touchdown, his face just looked stupid. He had that face like he's looking at his coach like,
was he supposed to be there?
Like, why'd you call that play, coach?
Yeah.
And the coach looking at him like,
why'd you throw the ball, dude?
Why the hell did you throw that ball for where there was nobody around?
Jackass. You jackass.
Yeah. Jackass.
No, dude, but I mean, like I said, Heineke played pretty good, man. And Buccaneers only won by 8. It wasn't like a total blowout.
No.
So they were up by 13, or like they were up by 15, and then Washington scored that touchdown. I mean, it was decent. Ravens beat the Titans. I think we both took Baltimore in that one.
We both took Baltimore.
I know I took Baltimore. And
we both did.
Some people thought Tennessee was gonna pull it out. I'm like, I don't know, man. I didn't trust what's his name, the quarterback, Tannehill.
And Baltimore's D stepped up. They held Henry to like 48 yards or 52 yards rushing.
What a difference a year makes, huh?
Right.
Last year he ran all over their ass, dude.
Well, I think last year they didn't expect him to run all over them. This year they knew what to expect and they knew who to stop. Because Tannehill couldn't make the plays. He couldn't make the plays in that game.
And then the next game was one of the biggest blowouts was Saints. I mean, it was only a 12-point game, but Saints beat the Bears. Bears just were never in it. Never in the game.
They had offensive problems. It didn't help when Anthony Miller got kicked out of the game for doing stupid mistakes, Yeah.
Heineke looked bro. And then that pass, that one dude just dropped wide open. Oh, that killed.
That changed the game, right? Doesn't that change the game?
If he would have caught that, I think at that time they would have tied it or no, because they had like 3 points. It would have been it
would have been 7-7.
It would have been 7. You're right. It would have been 7-7. And dude dropped the ball, dude.
And I think that could have backed up New Orleans for a bit because they were in that game at most of the game, even to the middle of the third quarter. They just they couldn't hang with it. They couldn't hang with it. Trash Bisky couldn't get nothing going. So it had no receivers. It had Robinson's, which they doubled. We couldn't get one.
That was a terrible terrible call, dude. Terrible.
I don't know some of these owners and GMs because honestly. I would have been mad. Like, really, Nagy? You nothing? 9 points? Nothing? Nothing. And then you send out a statement talking about, we're gonna bring Nagy back next year, so we only score 6 points in the freaking playoff game next year. So we're gonna bring him back. We're gonna bring him back, Chicago. So be ready for Nagy again. And I'll be if I was a Chicago fan, I'd be like, hell no. Get this fucking guy out of here. He's terrible. But for some reason, I guess you got to look shitty in the playoffs for a coach, for organization to say, hey, I'm bringing him back.
So I'm going to show you this because I think you said you didn't see this play. I'm going to show you this play right here that happened in the game. It's this straight trash biased call, right? So there
was some calls. There was some calls in the playoffs that.
This is the play. This is the punt. I'm telling you. So check this punt out. It's punted. The guy from Washington gets it right there at the 9. He walks into the end zone because he thinks the guy touched it, and they call it a touchback. They gave Tampa Bay the ball at the 20. So look, the ball bounces right there. He thinks it touches. So it right there. He thinks it touches him. So he gets it, and walks into the end zone, and they call it a touchback.
Wow.
You see that?
Wow. So you mean
What
to
do you
tell
think?
me?
Well,
So you mean to tell me that I could grab the ball at the 20, run it into the end zone, and you fucked up. You got to give him a touchback.
yeah, that's what I didn't understand. How is that?
I thought once he's touched, it's touched. Once it's down, it's
Yeah,
down.
I thought once he touched at the 9, okay, it's either a fumble or Tampa gets the ball at the 9 or the 8, wherever he got it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could get it and then walk into the end zone, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, you should have stopped.
You should have done that.
You're a dumbass."
You should read the rules. Yeah, you're a dumbass.
I didn't even know that was a rule, bro.
I didn't either.
I did
I thought it was dead right there and then.
I had the look of the quarterback from the Cardinals. How do you look? That's what I look like. That's what I look like. Like what? So you didn't see that play before, right?
I didn't get to see that play. I missed that play.
So now that you've seen it, what do you think? The ball should have been dead.
Bro, the same look.
Yeah. I thought the rule was if you touch the ball and you're in the end zone, then, you know what I mean? Then
Yeah.
Or if your body's in the end zone and you touch the ball, then it's a touchback.
Touchback.
But
if you run it from 10 yards deep.
Exactly. The whistle should have been blown. It's like,
Exactly.
so he jogged 9 yards before you blew the whistle?
Exactly. So what are you not blowing the whistle for? Oh, let me just see this guy run into the end zone.
Exactly.
You must have thought it was a fumble too if you let him run into the end zone.
Well, if you look at the replay, I don't know. I thought it kind of touched somebody. It touched one of them. But
it looked close. It looked close, but come on. Okay, let me understand this then. What if he touched the ball and thought the guy touched it and ran it all the way to the end zone? Would that?
I think the referee was a puto. That's what I think.
I think the referee didn't know the freaking rules, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, so going back to the Bears, so the Bears Saints game, there was some controversy in that one too, right? Or no, it was just a drop pass. And then the biggest upset was, I think, the Browns. I mean, killing the Steelers, dude. It was just like not even close.
It was over before it began.
Remember, I told you. Remember, we were talking about. I think we both chose Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I think you and I chose Pittsburgh. Remember, I told you. I said you let a team beat you in the last game. You're giving them confidence that they could beat you. I don't care if those guys played or not. You rested your players. Now the Browns ain't scared of you. They're like, man, we could beat him. I don't care if he played or not. What's he gonna do? And look what happened, dude. They jumped out 28-0.
Well, like I said, I think that first play of the game, that snap over Ben's head, just killed it. And dude, here's what ticks me off a little more. I know, Fat Burger, he's a big guy, and he has a lot of cushion. But if you look at that play, if you find that play and look at that play, you see him running for the ball with James Conner. He looks at Conner like, hey, I'm not going to jump on the ball. You jump on the ball. Seriously, look at that play.
That guy's like, I've already won a Super Bowl. I don't.
Yeah, like you jump on that shit. I ain't jumping on that shit.
You ain't won nothing, dude. Remember the Super Bowl where they said Cam Newton just looked at the ball and he didn't fall on it? Oh, yeah.
Remember the Super Bowl, he just looked at it? Well, I think this was worse. Roethlisberger had time to jump on it, but he looks at Conner like, no, you get fucked up. You go ahead and jump on it. I'm not jumping on that. And the funny thing is, nobody said nothing about it.
But that was early in the game. That was early in the game, right? That was
the first play of the game.
The first play of the game.
First play of the game. God. They right off 7-0. That was it. Game was over. Then Ben didn't feel right. I guess he got hungry or something because he started just throwing pick after pick. He felt he must have been talking to like Phillip Rivers or something.
Hey, Phillip Rivers, no picks.
Wow.
No picks.
Yeah, he sent all his juju to Roethlisberger because he had 4. He said, you know what, I'm gonna curse Roethlisberger today.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that. No picks. I think the quarterback for the Bills what's his name? Josh what?
Allen.
Josh Allen. I think he had a pick.
Yeah, he had a pick.
I think, but it
And
was
even-
crazy.
And even golf, no picks.
Goff, no picks. Those are the two guys we talked about. No turnovers, no picks. Man, maybe he should shove his thumb up his booty more often.
Yeah. Yeah, he should.
So this week, so now we got the divisional round. We got tomorrow early games, 1:00. Rams in Green Bay. What's the weather gonna be in Green Bay tomorrow? Let's see. I'm gonna look it up.
Below like 10 degrees. Snowy.
Let's see. Tomorrow,
Heavy snow.
showers, snow showers, 35
Wow.
degrees.
Well, I kind of feel that benefits to the Rams because the run game for the Rams is at the right peak right now. They've been on it for the last few weeks, and in the playoffs last week, they ran for over 200
Yeah, but
yards.
what about Goff and the thumb, bro? And snow.
Well, shit, he has to stick it in his butthole every time he comes off to keep it warm, dude. You know? So when he goes out there,
What you doing, man? What you doing? Keeping my thumb warm, man.
Hey, this heater ain't got shit on my butthole, so
You wanna win?
you want to win or what?
Shut up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's see that, and that's what I'm saying. Like I forgot who I was talking to. I don't know, was it you or somebody? And they were saying, well, Aaron Rodgers is used to the snow and all that. I don't care if he's used to it. You still got to throw in it if it's snowing. It don't make it easier just because you practice. They don't practice in it. They practice indoors. They don't practice in the snow.
He ain't running out there all hardcore with no shirt on and shit in practice.
Yeah, they don't. Like that was the dumbest comment somebody told me. They said, "Well, they're more used to it." No, they're not. He's not used to it. He doesn't play in it every game. Yeah, he plays in it more often, but he doesn't play in it every game. And then they don't practice in the snow. They don't. Are you kidding me? NFL players would freaking put in their contract, "I will not practice if it snows." If they
yeah,
they practice indoors. They got like a warmed up, like those big, like warehouses. It looks like. Where they play inside. It affects both teams. I hate when everybody's picking the Packers this week. Packers are favored by 6.5. Everybody's picking the Packers because of the weather, because of Aaron Rodgers. And this is where we're going to see. I think this is where a defense can make a big difference, man. If Aaron Donald played in the snow, he played at Pitt. It snows over there. He played in the snow.
Yeah.
And then I think one of their guards is hurting.
Their best lineman's hurt.
Their best lineman, COVID or something, right?
Bialcatara, whatever his freaking
So whoever
name.
takes his spot, guess where Donald's going to be?
Yep, or Floyd.
Floyd plays on the outside, though.
Yeah. So I kind of think, too, is that this is the number one defense. They rated them number one now in the NFL.
Yeah.
Against the number one offense.
Damn.
And I know Ramsey's going to step his game up to shut down Adams. And I believe Rams front seven will play better than the Green Bay's front seven. And if that happens, then I have a feeling the Rams are going to come out winning.
So the thing is this. I think Aaron Rodgers is great if he has to have at least a little bit of running game. He ain't a dude that can go out there and throw it 100 times and be successful. He's gonna have to have a running game, dog. Because if he has a running game, then they're just gonna sick the dogs on him. And
that's what I'm saying. And I don't believe
run the ball. If you can't run the ball, they're screwed.
Yep.
Make Aaron Rodgers throw the ball every time. Now you know what he's gonna do. Now you just drop everybody and have Ramsey one-on-one on Devontae Adams, and then play the other 5 guys on the other 3 or 4 or whatever.
And then your D linemen know what's coming, so they get to be in that pass rush, stands and get ready to come off the ball and just go. So if the Rams shut down the run, which I believe they are because they've been shutting it down the last few weeks at the end of the season, then if Aaron Jones ain't a factor and he's taken out of the game, then they're gonna have a lot of trouble. And if Rodgers has to drop back 50 times or 45 plus 40 times in the game, then I think this is gonna go the Rams' way.
And I've seen Rodgers throw some picks. I mean,
Oh,
he ain't a pick guy because he'll have like what do you have 48 touchdowns this year.
Well,
Right.
a stat. I'll give you a stat. Aaron Rodgers is 0-2 when it comes to the number one pass defense. He's 0-2. And last year, San Francisco had the number one defense. And what happened there?
So he had 48 touchdowns and 5 picks this year.
Yeah.
48 touchdowns. Damn, that's a lot.
I don't think it's going to be easy for Green Bay. They're going to have to earn it. If they do come out winning, they're going to have to earn it. But for me, it's all about the defense, the Rams defense. They're going to have to hold it down, put them out, but they're going to have to hold it down. And then the Rams run game is going to have to come into play to win that game.
Yeah. So, all right. So who's your pick?
So I'm going to go with the upset this week. I'm going to take the Rams.
We're going to go with the upset. I'm going to go with the upset too, and then they'll lose this week. God,
yeah. Hey, man. Fucking dude.
Well, that's the thing.
I don't give a shit. I honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I can't do Green Bay, bro. I can't pick. I can't. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if it was the freaking, the fucking little Giants playing them. I would not pick fucking Green Bay.
You don't like Green Bay?
No, dude. No, I do not like Green Bay. I don't like Green Bay. I don't like that raw ass cheese they eat or whatever the hell they put on their head.
Damn, I just saw a video the other day. Blue cheese. You like blue cheese?
Yeah, blue cheese is bomb.
Okay, so you know what? The blue part, it's mold.
Yeah, it's mold.
I didn't know that. I just saw.
Yeah, that's what makes it. That's what makes it tasty, dude. That's what makes the taste come back.
I like blue cheese too, but I didn't know that was mold. So they make holes in it. And then the mold grows, and then that's what gives it the flavor.
And that's what makes the flavor.
Damn, dude.
We some nasty people, though.
I know who the fuck made that shit. Oh, look, it's got mold on it. Fuck it, dog. It's just a
fuck it. Yeah. Hey, we ain't got nothing else, bro.
You want to put some? You want to put some on your? You want to put some on your burger, on your gargonzola or whatever, or not? What's that gargonzola? It looks like blue cheese.
Gargonzola cheese.
Yeah, there's like a gargonzola cheese that they put on your burger too. They crumble that shit or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the upset. So I'm taking the upset. Go with the Rams. As long as Golf plays well with the run game, I think Rams put it out.
I think the defense will step up. I think the Rams will score on defense again. I think turnover, a fumble, or a pick. So, Troy Hill, man. Troy Hill been balling.
Yeah.
And Darius Williams. I mean, they've been playing pretty good, man. They've been playing pretty good. They can't.
But it's all about that front seven, bro. It's all about that front four.
They can't stop Deebo Samuel, but fuck, they can stop everybody else. Deebo Samuel just fucks us up, man. It pisses me off.
They can't stop whack ass fucking little kid looking Mullins because he looks like a fucking little 11-year-old playing
and without fucking Kittle. Without Kittle, yeah.
The
first time. I think he played the second time, right?
Yeah, he played the second time. Yeah. The first time he didn't play.
Yeah, Kittle's good too, man. That guy's so good. Fuck.
But
Ravens at Bills, dog.
Now this is a second matchup. The first one was all about Baltimore. Baltimore beat them, and I think they beat them by 7. The first time
in Buffalo, it's gonna be cold once again. Gonna be cold. Probably gonna be snowing.
But I think Baltimore's D is starting to come around. Look like the old Baltimore D. The defense of old before. And I think they're gonna give Brandon, what's his name, Josh Allen. They're gonna give him some trouble because. Another thing, too, is that guy, Zach Moss, one of their good little running backs, he's out. He's not playing. So he's done.
They just picked up somebody, though. They picked up
Devontae Freeman.
Yeah.
But come on, Devontae, really? Like, nah, come on.
So it's going to be about 32 degrees and cold.
Okay. Lamar's only going to throw it like 6 times then.
Yeah, like Lamar. And Lamar said he's never played in the snow. They might snow. He says he came out and said, I've never played in the snow. So
really? In Louisville? Really? It never snowed over there?
So he probably win by 20 because he never played in the snow. That's the kind of shit. They said that when he came out and said it, I was listening on the radio, and he came out and said he never been to snow. They said fucking people started putting all their money on Buffalo.
But all they do is run, man. All they do is run the ball. All the Baltimore does run the ball.
Yeah.
And again, Buffalo's defense ain't gonna change from week to week. They're gonna be their defense is what there is now. And Indy ran the ball on Buffalo last week. Yeah. So you're facing the number one rush.
J.K. Dobbins is balling, dude. J.K. Dobbins played at Ohio State. It gets pretty fucking cold in Ohio, in Columbus.
Yeah.
So it ain't like he ain't never played in the cold.
See, so I think that Baltimore's defense is going to play tough. They're going to lock down Diggs on a double team, or with just what's his name, Peters or Humphreys. It could be Humphreys. And then Allen's gonna have to throw the ball 40 plus times. 40 plus times.
I think they'll be able to run the ball a little bit. They got Singletary too. He's not bad. He's not a bad little running back.
I mean, he's not bad, but Zach Moss is another guy that does a lot of their dirty work.
Devontae Freeman, this might be one of those games where he's like running for like 100 yards. You're like, they just picked him up 3 days ago. They always. I mean, because if you run wide zone, he ran that shit at Atlanta. All NFL teams basically, they're not running counter trey. They're not running a bunch of old school shit. But like a running back, I think the running back is the easiest position to join a team, like pick him up like in the middle of the week, and he could be ready to go by Sunday. Because a running back, the only thing he needs to know is the checks, and a quarterback could tell him, hey, you got fucking 55, man, he's coming. I mean, that's not hard. You know what I'm saying? No,
it's not. So it can be a good pickup, but it can be a.
Devontae Freeman's good. I don't know why the Giants let him go. He's good, man.
The Giants, that guy Goldman turned out to be good all of a sudden. So
we got Ravens. So we got Rams. We got Ravens so far. Browns at Chiefs. Now, I think the Chiefs are going to win, but I think it's going to be closer than people think because Chiefs are favored by 10.
Nah, I think the Chiefs are going to win too, but I think it's going to come down to a field goal.
I think so too, man.
Yeah, or a last touchdown.
I think it's going to be closer than people think. Like, honestly, let me see. Temperature in Kansas City tomorrow.
See, but I don't think that's going to play much of a factor because in Cleveland it gets cold. So
but I just want to see because if it snows, that can affect the throwing and all that. And
here's the thing too is that Mahomes is more mobile than Roethlisberger, so they got to keep him in the pocket. Garrett and I believe Myles Garrett, that guy's gonna have a hell of a game if they're gonna want to win this one.
Okay, this game is Sunday. This game's Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Sunday. I put the tomorrow. Sunday expected 1:00 game around 10 a.m. Sorry, about 42 degrees, between 42 and 50 degrees.
Damn.
It'll be chilly.
Would you even want to go out there and sit out there and watch that shit?
But the Rams are going to play in 30-some degrees, dude. They're not going to play that. I mean, it's going to be warmer there. So, I mean, I don't know. I want to say the Chiefs. I mean, I did say the Chiefs. But, I mean, I just don't think 10 points. If I was picking the spread, I'll play the Browns all day.
Yeah, I would play the Browns too.
I ain't giving up 10 points against the Browns.
No, not with that running game. Not with that running game. And if the Chiefs run defense don't come through,
the Chiefs ain't gonna stop them on running. Chiefs defense is not that good, dude. It's just that they freaking put 50 on you. They put 50 on you, and you got to score 51. That's the hard part.
But and the thing is that since they put 50 on you, that takes you out of your run game because that kills the clock.
Exactly. That's the thing. If the Browns got to run the ball. If the Browns can run the ball, which I think they will, that's what's going to make the game close, dude. If the Browns can run the ball and control the clock, it's going to be really close, and they might have a chance. to beat the Chiefs. Straight
Well,
up. If I was betting straight up, if I was putting money straight up, I'll take the Chiefs. But I ain't giving up 10 to the Browns. I ain't giving up 10. Not at all.
If it's close in the fourth quarter, then I think a lot of the pressure is going to be on the Chiefs. If it's close in the fourth quarter, and that's what has to happen for the Browns to win this game, they have to keep it close in the fourth quarter. And like you said, they have to run the ball and control the clock and keep Mahomes on the sideline. Because you're not really going to sack that guy, dude. Honestly, you're not. Like, if I was a DN, I'd be like, shit, I'm going to just try to just keep him in front of me where I could just look at him.
But the Browns have a pretty good D, right? I mean, they got a good D line.
Well, no, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, they had a good game last week, but like I said, Roethlisberger wasn't mobile. Mahomes is more mobile. So when he feels something, his line is a little better. So when he feels something, he'll get out the pocket. When Mahomes feels something, he'll move around and get out and doing these stupid no-look passes, like all this, like playing basketball. Like, man, cut that shit out. Like, you cannot let plays like that happen on Sunday. I'm ready for him to do all like this with the layup style pass and shit with the ball.
Well, so the Browns are ranked 21st on defense.
That
doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, that doesn't help. But like I said, if they could keep it close in the fourth and keep it within 7 in the fourth, then they got a shot. But
the Chiefs are ranked 16th on defense.
Yeah, but they ain't got no run D. Their run D is
atrocious.
Is fucking terrible. It's trash, dude.
All right, so we both taking the Chiefs in that one.
I'm going with the Chiefs. Going with the Chiefs. But being ready to look at a close game. Especially with the Chiefs run D, it's like, who's calling the run defense is trash. That guy.
Remember last week we were worried about because we said, the coach ain't gonna be there. Stefanski. Maybe that's why they're gonna get blown out this week because he's back.
Somebody give his ass COVID again so he can go home.
Because whoever was calling the plays last week was getting it done.
Yeah. So maybe Stefanski might not mess with it. He might just be like, hey, I'm there. Keep going what you're doing and just go. Let it go. Let it be.
All right. So, So last game, Bucks at Saints.
Oh.
I'm taking the Bucks.
The Bengals.
I think it's too hard. To me, it's too hard to beat the same team 3 times, man.
That the BioFreeze gel better be ready after this game.
The Ben Gay
gel better be ready for this shit.
What's the weather gonna be there?
I like you said, I don't know if you could beat Brady 3 times in 1 year, and I don't see Breeze doing that. And the way the Bucks have been clicking better on offense towards the end of the season.
I think Bucks defense is like number 2 or 3.
Well, yeah, but if they play the way they played last week, it's gonna be a high scoring game. I believe it will. I believe Brady this time will get some throws and touchdowns down the field against that secondary because they have been clicking the last few weeks. The Bucks points 44, 36, 27, and then last week was what? What did they score? 28?
21.
No, the Bucks.
No, they won like
they scored like 31 points or something.
Hold on, let me check again. It was 31-23.
Okay, so see they've been scoring 30 points, averaging 30 points the last 5 weeks of the season. So they're coming along. I think they get it together.
The only thing to worry is that they gave up 23 to Washington.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if me, I go with the over. But you got to remember, this is a division game, another division game. So let's not be surprised if it's low scoring. But I'm gonna go with you. I don't think you could beat Brady 3 times, man. I don't think that could happen.
I mean, if somebody can do it, it can be Breeze.
Yeah.
Could be Breeze. I mean, but one of the biggest factors is that Antonio Brown has been there for a while now, and he's in the offense now. So it's not gonna be like it was that last time when the Saints just blew their ass out. Now Antonio Brown's been there; he's in the mix now.
And that's what I'm saying. Their offense.
Scotty Miller's back.
Scotty Miller's ass is gonna be holding the Bengay for Brady when after the game. He's gonna be rubbing them, dude.
Not Scotty Miller.
Yeah, Scotty Miller, bro.
Oh no, let's just give it to the Bucks with Scotty Miller. So I'm gonna take the Bucks. I'm gonna take the little upset there. That's a little upset. It's only.
I'm going with the Bucks as well. I'm taking the upset. And what's the point spread on there?
3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I think it's gonna be close than what it is.
Well, weather be a factor. I was waiting for you.
They're gonna put the fucking heater on or what? Damn, it's hot in here. Yeah.
But that would be in Tampa's face. Hey, imagine if they made it like humid.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
so there's a stat coming on. Tom Brady's 0-10 when he throws 2 picks.
0-10.
When he has 2 picks when throwing over 20 yards downfield and they pick it off twice, he's 0-10.
Well, against them, he threw the first game. He threw 2 picks and 1 for a touchdown, and they lost by 6.
Yeah,
that first game, and 1 was for a touchdown, and then the second game he threw I think he threw 3 or 4. So and that was that blowout. But this time I think Brady keeps it down, and I don't think he throws an interception this game. If anything, he might get sacked. But Brady's line did very well against Washington's D line, and Washington's D line is top 5.
So
and he didn't get touched that much.
So I'm going back to look at the Rams. I'm going back to look at the Packers schedule this year. The Packers schedule.
Tampa blew them out.
Green Bay, first game they won. They beat Minnesota at Minnesota 43-34. Rodgers had 364 yards passing, and Adams had 156 yards receiving. Jones ran for 66 yards. They played Detroit. They beat Detroit 42-21. Rodgers threw for 2. Aaron Jones ran for 168 that game. They beat New Orleans. At New Orleans, Lazard caught for 146 that game. They beat Atlanta at home 30-16. Rodgers threw for 327. Tanyan caught for 98 yards. They lost to Tampa 38-10.
Yeah, they got blown out that game. Blown out right off the bat.
Williams was their leading rusher, 34 yards. Adams had 61. Rodgers threw for 160.
Yeah, and they threw like 3 picks, I think, or 2 picks.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I think the Rams' defense can be a difference. Houston, they beat the Houston Texans. Williams ran for 77. Devontae Adams had 196 yards receiving. They lost to the Vikings, 28-22. Williams led them in rushing.
Dalvin Cook ran for like 240 against them.
Yeah. They beat the 49ers 34-17. Jones only ran for 58 yards, but Adams had 173 yards catching that day. They beat Jacksonville 24-20, and Valdez-Scantling had 149 yards receiving that day. They lost to the Colts in overtime. Adams had 106 yards receiving. Rodgers threw for 311. They beat the Bears 41-25. Jones ran for 90. They beat the Eagles 30-16. Jones ran for 130. Adams caught for 121. They beat Detroit. They won 6 in a row at the end of the year. They beat Detroit. Adams had 115 yards receiving. They beat Carolina 24-16. Jones ran for 145 yards. Rodgers threw for 143. They beat Tennessee 40-14. Dillon ran for 124 yards. Adams had 142 yards receiving. And they beat Chicago. Valdez-Scantling had 87 yards receiving. Jones had 40. Jones really didn't have that big a year rushing this year.
No.
Which is
And plus, he missed some games. He was hurt this year.
Yeah,
so he
Williams.
missed some games.
Those are the games that Williams took over.
Yeah.
Jamal Williams.
Yeah. So he missed some games. But I don't know. I mean, one guy has to really do very well for Green Bay for them to win. If you think about it, if you look at their stats, it's always one guy. So who is it going to be tomorrow? Who is it going to be? You don't know.
But I'm looking at this. So you watched the game when they played Niners, right?
Yeah.
Devontae Adams had 173 yards receiving. Who was covering him? Is that when they were all hurt? Yeah, that was.
Yeah, they were all hurt.
Sherman was hurt.
Yeah, they were all hurt. That's when we played with we started. That's when the Niners, they started calling that a preseason team that they were playing with, because they had third string receivers out there.
Mullins threw for 291 that game, a touchdown and a pick.
Mm-hmm.
McKinnon
and I think Ricky James was the leading receiver that game.
184 yards, dude.
Yeah, Richie James.
Man, if Ricky James caught for 184, Robert Woods or Cup or somebody got a catch for like at least 140.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's their defense is skeptical. They're not big playmakers, and I don't think they're gonna make a lot of big plays tomorrow. I really don't.
Or their defense, let me see. I'm trying to see what their defense is ranked. I don't think their defense is ranked too high.
No, it wasn't. They have problems with the run game. Niners ran the ball on them. Other teams have run the ball on them. You know, Dalvin Cook almost ran for 300 yards against them during the season.
They gave up 1,805 yards this year. They gave up 4.5 yards a carry. They gave up 112.8 yards a game rushing.
Wow.
108. How much did the Rams give up this year? You know?
No, I don't know that one.
Let's see. I'm trying to see what the Rams gave up. I'm trying to see their stats. What they gave up rushing. The problem is always the problem for the Rams this year has been the offense, dude. It's been McVay when it's shitty calling when they.
We know who it is. It's either McVay or Golf.
The Rams gave up 136 yards a game rushing. Like they gave up 30 yards more than that. They gave up per carry 5.4 yards a carry. That's a lot, dude.
That is a lot.
I don't know how are they ranked number one.
I have no idea.
Is it because of passing?
Maybe because of their passing and turnover margin.
They gave up 142 yards a game passing, 6.4 yards a pass. So I don't know, but they've been. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Those stats are kind of weird because I don't remember them giving up a lot of yards rushing, unless it was like.
Well, what are these? Like, what are these? But I'm saying, what are these stats? What do they really go by? I mean, like, what the fuck is the who's really doing that? Like, is it a guy that knows football or a guy that just fucking they grab out of a fucking classroom and just say, "Hey, man, we need a stat guy," and he's just like, "All right."
It's the PE teacher or the health teacher. Remember when you were in high school? Did you guys have a stat guy? What was he? He was like a teacher, right?
Yeah, but it was a guy that had nothing to do with football. It was a fucking dude that ran like the English class, and it's like, what the like?
Incense, baby.
You know, so it's a guy that doesn't know anything.
Oh shit! Any interesting movies you've seen lately?
Yeah, what?
I was gonna ask you about movies, but you know what I remember? What'd you think about that James Harden trade, man?
Oh, Kyrie's gonna be gone.
I think the Rockets, if the Rockets play this smart, they can build a pretty good team, man. They could build a Denver Nuggets type team with all the picks they got and some of the players they picked up. I think they can build something. I think eventually they can turn around and trade John Wall for something else too, like to a contender, and pick up more picks, and another good little
player,
little talented player. You know what I mean?
You know what James Harden reminds me of? James Harden reminds me of that. Like, remember when you played in elementary and you wanted a, and there was always that kid that was like, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. I want to be on your team because you're like the best player on your team, and you're like, pick me, come on, I want to be on your team. Or he would always just be like, no, I'm on what's his name. He would never be in the pick lineup. He'd be like, no, I'm on this guy's team. Like, I'm gonna be on his team. Like he automatically do that.
Hey, man,
that's what James Harden's trying to do.
That was me, man.
You know.
So,
then you know what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm talking about.
Hell no, I was never the pick me guy. Hell no. I was never like pick me. Hell no, I never did that.
You know, there's always that guy, and I think that's what James reminds me of.
I always played because I was always captain.
See, exactly. Yep. See, you're the one that brought the ball. That's why you were captain.
Yeah.
Whose ball is it?
I'm the one that. Remember they used to have that little shed that they would open up and the balls.
Yeah. Hey, go get the ball. You're the only one that could go get it. You're the only one that the teacher.
I'm gonna go get it, but I'm captain.
But all right, yeah. But James Harden reminds me of that kid because he's trying to win a title so bad, and when I believe the Nets are gonna get rid of Kyrie because he's still on his little bullshit. He's still on his little Kanye West. You know, he's on his little Kanye West little tantrum.
You know, he is. So that's interesting. That's an interesting comparison right there.
Yeah, dude. It makes Kanye probably go, damn, dude, stop acting like a little bitch. Like,
hey.
Yeah, and I believe the Nets get rid of him. Unless what's his name? Is Jay-Z still the owner?
He's one of them still. He's still like a minority owner.
So I believe
it's that rich ass Russian guy owns the team.
You know, and he's gonna send the KGB after Kyrie. Oh, you don't want to suit up, huh? Okay.
But here's what's interesting to me, bro. Here's what's interesting to me, that when the Lakers were trying to get Kawhi Leonard, they were heavily criticized, and people said, "Oh man, that's fucking shit. They're trying to buy a championship. That's shitty. They're trying to get everybody." But and all those same people are like, "Damn, the Nets got Harden. They're good now." So, and how come they're not criticizing them? How come they're not criticizing them for picking?
You know why, bro? Like I saw an article, and basically it says you need three superstars, and I don't want to believe this, but you need three superstars to beat LeBron James, dude. Honestly, and I'm not saying that because he's on the Lakers. But I'm just saying
that's what Golden State had.
Because he's that good. Like you need three guys to beat him, honestly.
And then you got Anthony Davis.
You know, but I mean, yeah, you have Davis, but in the end, it comes down to LeBron. Right now.
That's funny because before he was a Laker, I was like, he's all right.
Who?
Before he was a Laker, I was like, LeBron's all right. He ain't no Kobe.
Yeah, exactly, right. But that was because we got to see Kobe. We got to see
every day. Yeah, now, when you watch LeBron every day, you're like, damn, dude. Like, he does a lot of things. Like, I still don't think. I don't know. Like, it's just I can't compare him to Kobe. There's no comparison because Kobe was not as big. LeBron's just freaking big, bro.
Kobe and LeBron had different type of games. Now they're both physical. They're both physical. You know,
but LeBron's just more physical. You just bounce off him. Like you're not gonna stop him, bro. You're not gonna stop him if you try to body him up. Like if like Anthony Davis could get as big as LeBron, it'd be over.
Every time
he'll probably go down as the greatest ever. Because 6'11", big dude, athletic, can run the floor. Could dunk and all that.
Could dribble coast to coast.
I don't think Anthony Davis will ever get that big though, because I don't think that's his body type. But LeBron 6'9", dude, like he's to me LeBron James is like, damn. I don't know about better, but he's like more like Magic Johnson. I hate when they try to compare him to Jordan because he's not like Jordan. He's like Magic, and I've been saying that for years. I said LeBron James is like Magic Johnson. To me, Magic Johnson was the best ever, dude. That's still to me but I didn't see Jordan all the time. I know Jordan was great, but the things Magic would do, man, with the basketball, like running the floor, 6'9", freaking running Showtime, bringing the ball up, doing no-look passes. The things he would do was just amazing, incredible, bro. Like, yeah, Jordan did all this crazy stuff, jumping in the air and dunking and whatever, but it's just like, but with the things I see, the things I seen Magic Johnson do with the ball, like, you know, behind the back, all these between the legs bounce passes, like a quarterback just dropping the dime perfect, bro.
But the thing is too, and what I see from Magic and I see in LeBron, like, to me, Magic and LeBron, if they wanted to, they probably could have scored every time if they wanted to.
That's the thing about LeBron James right now. Yep.
You know,
Right.
but what I'm saying is that they make their team better all around.
Exactly.
You know, Jordan had guys, but in the end, his guys weren't better. You know, he had Pippen, and those guys weren't better with him because he's the only one that had to do everything. He had to score 40, 50 to win the titles and all that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, I think once he got Pippen and he got Rodman and those guys, like,
But think about it. He still had to score at least 40,
the one
at
thing
least 35.
the one thing that's impressive to me is that damn LeBron James has been to the finals 9 times in a row, and this year he could make it 10 years in a row in the finals. Talk about being tired of seeing the same face, bro. I mean, if he goes this year, that's 10 years in a row in the finals. If he wins it, that's number what? Number 5?
5, yeah.
That would be number 5 for him. 5 titles, 5 wins, 5 losses.
And just think, all these teams that are...
Oh, yeah, 6 losses. He has 6 losses, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
5 and 6, he'd be 5 and 6. Like,
all these, and just think, all these teams that are having like 2, 3 superstar guys, and this guy could still go back to back.
36 years old.
Yeah, and maybe do a triple threat championship, a three-peat, with other teams having like 2, 3 stars, and he still beat them.
That's what I'm saying.
That's amazing, man. That is amazing. It is ridiculous. It is. Like when he was with the Heat, I expected him to really win a lot of titles there, like I did. But maybe if he was on that Heat team now, with the guys he had now,
yeah,
I think he really does a lot more damage now than he did then. Because now, if you look at his stats, he's averaging like 25 a game, but his assists are over 10 every night, almost every night.
Yeah, and then his rebounds, he's averaging almost a near a triple double at 36 years old.
Yeah, exactly. But he knows he could score. He knows that. But he knows he has to make these guys better if he wants to win another title, and he knows that. And that is the same thing that Magic Johnson did. So that's how I see it.
So right now he's averaging 24.24, 8 and 8. 24, 8 and 8 at 36 years old, dude. For his career, he's averaged 27, 7 and 7. So he's above his career average of rebounds and assists, and he's 3 points under in points a game. That's incredible, bro. Like, I mean, now that I watch him all the time, every game is like, man, you appreciate. You're like, God dang, this guy's good, bro. Like, oh God, man, like he's unguardable almost. He's damn unguardable.
It is, but he knows it too. He knows he could drive to the lane every time he wants, anytime he wants. But he knows he has to get these other guys' averages up, and get the passing game and the offense going and getting everybody else involved. And when he does that, the Lakers look amazing, dude. They look amazing.
So you think it's gonna be Lakers Nets in the finals?
No, I don't even think Nets. I don't know. I don't believe it.
Or you think
I don't believe in the Nets.
Miami?
Look, I believe KD and Harden are gonna do the same thing they did at Oklahoma. One of them is going to get hurt. I believe it's KD. He already got kind of hurt because he sat out already. So I believe I kind of believe KD's body is not. He's skinny as hell, dude. He's a good player, but his body is not made to last too long. I believe.
Yeah, that's
and I don't
one
see him
thing
lasting much longer.
What LeBron spends like $1 million on his body or something like that.
Yeah, imagine KD had LeBron's body.
If what?
If KD had LeBron's body, just think.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that'd be crazy, dude. If he had LeBron's body, then that'd be ridiculous. Nah, but he's too. I don't know. I don't think he'd have that jump shot like the way he does. But LeBron hits his fair share.
Yeah, but he hits his too.
I'm not surprised by anybody on the team, dude. I mean, the one that maybe surprises me is Morris with his 3-point shooting. Because, like, damn, like I didn't know he could shoot like that. There's games where I'm like, damn, he made 3 in a row. I'm like, I didn't know he could shoot like that. I thought he was just like a good little defensive guy, could rebound. But when he's serious about his shooting, dude, and teams be leaving him wide open
because they don't believe he could shoot.
It's either that or they got to double team other dudes and be like, all right, Morris, you ain't gonna beat us, and then swish.
and then he gets mad, swish.
You know, one thing people underestimate is that the Nets had to give up Karis LeVert and Jared Allen. They had to give up those guys. Those guys are good young dudes, man. Those are like the cool thing. I think they kept Dinwiddie, but he's out for the year. I think Dinwiddie's out for the year, their guard. So who did they have up? They have Joe, what's his name? Shoot, a white dude. He could shoot. Joe, London knows his name. Joe Harris.
Oh yeah.
Joe Harris is a good shooter, but I can't name anybody else on their team now. Oh, DeAndre Jordan, I guess. They don't have a bench. That's the thing that people underestimate. The Lakers got a bench, dude. Like when they go to the bench, they
bring off Tucker.
Kuzma comes in. Tucker comes in.
Caruso
comes in. Montrez comes in.
Mm-hmm. Gasol.
Gasol starts, no? So if KCP,
No,
Morris comes in.
Morris, yeah.
No, the 5 starters are Gasol, Davis, LeBron, KCP, and Schroeder.
Matthews, or who is it?
Oh, and then we got Matthews too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're loaded. It's ridiculous, man.
It is. It is how.
People don't know how important those role players are, bro. They're sometimes more important than having all these stars. Like when the Lakers got Gary Payton and Karl Malone, like I wasn't sure how that was gonna work because I thought the important guys, when the Lakers won their titles in the early 2000s, they had Fox, they had Shaw, they had Fisher, Ori, and
Harper.
And Ron, that's what I was trying to think of. Ron Harper. Those 5 dudes right there, man, were so important to them winning. And then they had AC Green. He came back the first champion. Then they got Horace Grant.
And then before Grant, who was it? Or after Grant, who was it?
Then they got Glenn Rice.
Yep.
He was a shooter. They had Mitch Richmond. I think he didn't really do beans. He was off the bench by then. He was good. He was a good player when he was young. They had Samaki Walker. I remember getting mad. Get that guy the hell out of here, Samaki Walker. Oh my God.
But they had the white dude. What was the white dude's name? Magden, or what was the name?
Oh yeah.
Magden or Mad Dog?
Madsen. Yeah, Mad Dog. Yeah, he didn't really play, dude.
And they have Sasha.
Oh, I like Sasha. That was another little. That was back, but that was the last championship team.
The second time.
Yeah, with Gasol and all that. So you had guys like Sasha. You had MWP, Metal. You had who else did they have on that team?
Lamar. They had Lamar.
No, but off the bench.
Well,
I'm trying to remember the bench.
Still have Fisher.
Fisher started though.
Yeah.
It's Kobe and Fish. Then it was Lamar. It was Bynum and Gasol.
Bynum, yeah.
Those are the starting five. And then you had like Sasha. I'm trying to remember who else we. Damn, I can't even remember these dudes now. I can remember the guys from the '80s more than I can remember the last dudes. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
like really, like
No,
really, like because we weren't really like these championships in the. Oh wow, golazo right there. I'm watching the replay of the Colorado Avalanche and the St. Louis Blues. Golazo. Hey, but they had like I mean obviously they had some good players. I'm trying to remember who they had coming off the bench. I'm trying to remember who the hell the bench was for the Lakers. Let's see, Lakers 2010 roster. Oh, was it 2009, 2010, right?
2009, 2010, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some names. Shannon Brown, Jordan Farmar,
Yeah.
DJ Benga, Vladimir Radmanovich.
That's why you can't remember them.
Luke Walton.
Oh yeah, Luke. Yeah.
We had Adam Morrison. Did he win a championship?
Yeah, he did. Remember?
Josh Powell. Yeah, dude. I mean, they didn't have a really deep rotation, bro. Shannon Brown was one of the guys. I know he used to come in.
Luke Walton was one of the guys.
Luke Walton. Josh Powell played.
Yeah, Sasha was one of the guys.
I didn't even know Josh Powell won a championship. I didn't even know he won it. DJ Benga. About Benga.
Morrison didn't play. He was there.
Farmar was
one of the guys, yeah.
That's crazy, dude. I couldn't even that's crazy. I forgot all about those dudes. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's just crazy. It's nuts. That they weren't even stacked, bro.
No.
I mean, you had Kobe and Gasol. I mean, Lamar was good too, but I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, Fisher was solid. Echo, stop.
Meta was solid.
Yeah, Meta. You're right, Meta. I mean, but you know, like Farmar, Sasha, Luke, they all had to get a job done off the bench, dude.
But you know that the Lakers had to earn those championships, man. They had to earn those. Beating, you know, what if Fisher don't make that shot against the Spurs? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude. Remember that?
Yeah. You know, and then, you know, going losing to Boston the first year.
Vladimir Radmanovich. I remember him. Chris Mim. You remember Chris Mim?
Yeah, Chris Mim. Yep. I think he was the backup center. I think.
Yeah. That's the year after. That's when we got Steve Blake and Devin Ebanks, Trey Johnson. Oh, Joe Smith. I remember when we picked up Matt Barnes. We didn't win shit after that.
Nope, we didn't win shit.
So Ariza won a title, huh? I didn't know Ariza had won a title.
Yeah, Ariza won a title with us. He was with us.
Yeah, he got hurt the year we played the Celtics the first time.
Yeah, when we lost to him, yeah.
And he won the title the year after that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he didn't win it, dude.
No, he won it, yeah.
Are you serious? I can't even remember. Wow, that's crazy, dude. I didn't even know he won it. But anyways, dude, we're gonna end it right there. I think thanks for coming on, dude, and thank you guys all who watched. Have a good night.